Yo, viewers, welcome on Exhub Studio, and my name is Mugabe GH, and I'm here to talk on little issues concerning our nation. So simple, I put it, talk your mind, right? Talk your mind, yeah. And I want to begin with our fellow MPP people, that is the sitting government. Recently, they had their manifesto, and then we all see what went on over there. They read out, and we see some of the promises, and then some of the things that they are promising us and assuring us when they come, they are coming to do.
The three top major concerns of Ghanaians are the cost of living, jobs, and roads. The 2024 manifesto of the new patriotic party prioritizes what you, the Ghanaian people, say are your priorities.
So I'll dive into some of them and we see how we are going to solve them. You know, they talk about high cost of living in their manifesto reading, which for me, I'm surprised. I'm surprised because MPP as a political party, they were opposition before. And when they were in opposition, they complained bitterly about the cost of living. And they assure we Ghanaians that when they come back, they are going to do much better than the city government as at that time. You see, and then I think Mr. Dr. Baumia made a statement by saying, when the fundamentals are weak, it affects your cost of living. So since they are pleading us to give them the mandate as at that time to come, if they are able to come on power 2016, they are going to make sure that cost of living will become, one of their major and bigger problems that they are going to solve. Now, here lies, we give them 7 years. For now, they have spent 7 years, almost getting to their 8 years in terms of office. And the question is, what have they done concerning the high cost of living? What have they done? My concern is that when NDC was in power, the rate of dollar is about 3 cedis there and above. I stand to be corrected. Within the space of, I think, 8 years, because we have Mills and the Mama took over from Mills. So within that space, NDC left the dollar at the rate of 3 cedis and some coins on it. That I'm saying that I stand to be corrected. And now within a space of 7.5 years, we are having dollar at a cost of 16 cedis. And the question is, somebody was in power and you were condemning the rate of dollar and the cost of living, and you are promising us that when you come back, you are going to stabilize such situations and make sure that we have a good living in our country. So we should vote that person out. And we Ghanaians, we are so kind. We have listened to you and your words, whatever you promised us, and we voted for you to come to power. But when you came, now the cost of living is even times 300 of the previous. You, that same person, is standing in front of us today, telling us that we should vote for you again. And when you come, you are going to do something about the dollar. What else can you do? You see, we are in a country whereby only the rich enjoys and the poor will continue to suffer. Me, I always say that I'm a non-partisan. I can choose to vote for MPP today, vote for NDC, vote for CPP, vote for the New Force or whoever might be concerned as a political party. But the major factor is that the country should be better. The country should be better. Now, let's quickly move on. In the same manifesto, Mr. Baumia is telling about construction of good roads. And it's very sad. It really saddens my heart sometimes. that we have a governance in power for 8 good years, which you are the vice, and you have seen how bad our roads are in this country. You couldn't do anything for 7.5 years now, and you are telling us that we should return power to you as the vice, that when you come to be the president of Ghana, then that you tackle the rules. What are our leaders taking us for? The youth of Ghana, we have to rise. We shouldn't sell our birthright by voting for anybody who will not come and do Ghana better for us. Because this country is a lovely country. We have a very beautiful youth. We have a good mineral resources. We have so many things that the God who created this world blessed us as Ghanaians with. I think when you go to the international market, we trade the highest rate of gold. Yes, still, how much do we benefit? Out of 100%, we benefit. The government benefit only 7%. I think something like that. Only 7% by mining our gold, and the foreigners will come for it, go and implement it and sell it for us at a high rate of money. To develop their country. Look at their roads. And sometimes I wonder when our leaders travel abroad, whether they don't see. Because when they travel abroad, what we expect from them is that they are going to learn certain things new. And when they come, they will implement. But here lies the case. Here lies the case. They will go and come and they see our roads very bad. And nothing is being done. We have good civil engineers in Ghana. We don't use them. The system is so weak that development has become a problem. If you travel on this Kumasi stretch, look at how bad the road is. And rather, we leave our lands into the hands of the Chinese and other people who might be concerned to destroy it in the name of going to develop their country. And we are in Ghana suffering. The young youth who could have been paid on allowances every month in the country has now been embedded with too much of tax. We pay taxes that we don't, now we fear to buy. What are we waiting for? And now you are here telling us that until you become the president, you are not going to fix the roads. You are not going to do our roads for us. Which means when we should give you power today, what you are telling us is the same thing because you promised us before. You are here talking about unemployment as well, which is a major factor and a concern of this Ghanaian youth, citizens of Ghana. A child will start school from class 1. We are talking about unemployment. And my case here is that another major factor of a concerned citizens is unemployment. Look, 2016, during MPP, your manifesto, you promised us to increase the rate of employment in Ghana by employing more workers. We end up by rather decreasing the rate of employment in Ghana, which is now letting most of our graduates to travel abroad. And let's say someone like a doctor, a physician, who wanted to work for Ghana, because of the system, the person has to travel abroad. And we are losing those people, and the whole country is not seeing it. The whole country is not seeing it. You see, so what I'm expecting from them is that we have given you a 7.5 years in which you could not use it to do anything meaningful for Ghanaians on employment. And I'm saying that what is it at all that they are seeing in the constitution that when they come into power, they decided to ignore their promises. What I thought are they saying in it? Because it look like when the person is not there, they will come and promise us, oh, media, me ba may say. But whenever they get the power and they are on the top, they look through the constitution, then they realize that no, if I should go with whatever promises I've made, I will lose, which is very wrong. Which is very wrong. So, youth of this nation, my pleading is that let us rise. If you are voting for Bawumia, let us analyze based on their manifesto read, because they have given these promises in the past 7 years, and they haven't fulfilled it. Now they are giving us the same promises. I'm not saying we should vote for Bawumia, but make sure we look at the critical point of these agendas that they are bringing, these policies, to see if it's going to help us. Because it's not about saying it, it's about doing it. You see, you are here talking about, how do you call it? You using not more than 50 ministers. Funny. The question is, before you came into power, how many ministers are we having? And as we are speaking now, how many ministers we are having? You increase your ministers when you gain your seat. And you see the effect. Now that you've retained your seat in the next 4 years too, you've increased it. And now we are having ministers everywhere. The question is, are our leaders ready for us? Because he said he's coming to give us, he's not going to use more than 50 ministers. I'm using this as a political talk. Why am I saying this? Is that they've assured us in the previous years and they failed us. And now they are here telling us the same thing again. Please. You talk about a lot by introducing a citizen and then business flat tax rate, which I don't understand. A citizen and friendly what business flat tax rate for what? Every day our leaders are talking about tax, but the people that you don't employ are the same people that you overtax. So we, the youth, we should be sitting down without work, and you continue to be taxing us. Please, Ghana youth, let's rise and make sure that we fight for the betterment of this nation. Let us rise. Let us rise. If it will take the constitution to be changed, we change it. Because whenever they tell us that they are going to do a constitutional review, I wonder whatever review they do. Please, as I said earlier, I'm a non-partisan. I did dare to talk my mind. So right now, I'm here still on Exhub Studio and then present it to you, talk your mind. I'll end my story here. So make sure that you go on our YouTube channels as Exhub, subscribe, comment, like, share our work, please, and share your point of view on this humble thought of mine. Thank you. Yeah, man. I go by the name Mugabe GH. Bye-bye.